Hello, welcome to Softening Studio. So happy to have you back here with me today. It is Monday, May 6th, right? Yeah. It's Monday, May 6th, and we have the new moon in Taurus tomorrow, which has got me kind of feeling a little giddy. I'm feeling very energized and I'm feeling kind of lucky. How are you feeling today? What's coming up for you? We've got a lot going on this month, and it's a really great and positive shift along with some, possibly disruptive energy and change. But compared to last month in April, where we were going through eclipse season and Mercury retrograde and all that, things are really, moving along. So, what has changed for you? Tell me about it. Tell me in the comments or, do some reflection of your own in your journal or in your voice notes. I'm somebody that really likes to do voice notes. I feel like having the information come down through me and then to speak it aloud really makes it far more tangible. And hearing my own voice is it's very, it can be different things. It depends on what it is. It might be grounded. It might be shocking. I've definitely had that happen where something has come through me and I've thought about it and said it. And then it's sometimes it's like something really beautiful or profound. And then sometimes I've been like, ew, that sounds different in my head than when I say it out loud. And when I say it out loud, I'm like, I don't like how that feels. So then it's time for a shift or a reframe and things like that. So I'm also spending a lot of time this month considering what Jupiter and Gemini is going to be. I mean, okay, truth be told, I've been thinking about Jupiter moving into Gemini basically since like November or December. So, but I know not everybody is looking ahead at astrology quite that far ahead. I do encourage it. I obviously, am very passionate about it and I think it's super helpful to understand the current astrology and how it's impacting your astrological chart and how to work with it. So I don't know, like what house do you have Gemini in? And what is Jupiter going to do there for you? It's Jupiter is going to be that expansive big energy that it was in Taurus, but in the air sign of Gemini. So things are going to be, far more mental and communicative and buzzy. And it's going to be a big change because Jupiter in Taurus is far more solid and steady in the earth sign. So it's going to be a big shift. And I encourage you to get really grounded right now and be really grounded in your plans for the new moon as you go forward, because you're going to need that stability when Jupiter enters Gemini. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, I am feeling really lucky today. Um, I'm not sure. That's the best word I can use to describe it. So, I wanted to do a fun way of doing an oracle card reading today. Rather than do a reading on something specific, what I want to do is have you consider a thought, concern, intention, something that's coming up for you. Hopefully it would bubble up from within and you'll know right away and you don't have to dig for it. And I want you to think on that and just contemplate that for a moment and see how it feels inside. Okay, so while you do that, I'm just going to prepare and let's see what we're guided to and what information may come through for you today. One of the things I love about this is we can all receive different information from the same message. And it's not forced. It's something you open yourself to and it will land different with everybody, which is why doing a reading like this is so beautiful. Okay. So for today, I was guided to a 3-card reading. It's not like a past, present, future, or, situation, choice, outcome. It's it's more of a blended energy. So for our 3 cards, we have the Wellspring, the Pearl. It's a little blurry, I'm sorry. It's having trouble adjusting. There it is. And Immerse Yourself. So I will say that recently in my collective readings that the Wellspring has been coming up a lot. So if you've been watching a lot of my recent recordings, you may notice that this is coming up for you. It's something's a thread's being pulled through. So keep that in mind if you've been following along. So what? Oh goodness. Oh, this is very this is very Jupiter and Gemini feeling. So I feel as though this may be some guidance about Jupiter and Gemini. And it's probably because I was speaking to it so directly prior to doing the reading. So as you take in this information and consider your question, I would consider it in relation to the time when Jupiter enters Gemini during that transit. And I don't recall off the top of my head when the end date is for that transit. So I'll make sure to drop that in the notes. But Jupiter does enter Gemini on May 25th this month. So reconnect to your question, your intention, what's been coming up for you. Just take that moment. Come back to that. And then allow this message to fall and land with you in the way that feels nourishing and that resonates with you. So whatever it is that you need and what you're craving. So this isn't like oh, I need this and I need a short fix. This is like a deep craving from within. So what kind of deep craving have you maybe been setting aside or not giving enough attention to? Maybe even you've been what's the word, disregarding it, like not just setting aside like, oh, I'll do that later, but more of like oh, I couldn't possibly do that for some reason. So it could be anything like that. So there's something that you are craving that's possibly coming up from within. You're probably feeling it actually from within. It's probably not an external source at all. I mean, there could be external symbols contributing to you noting it, because that's in ways that our intuition works, or our guides, that they will give us symbols and information on the outside to remind us or help us refocus. But this craving is inside. It's very personal. And if we get in touch with this, it's like something will blossom. So if you get in touch with this craving, something from within you will blossom. And it's going to be beautiful and powerful and important. So follow that craving. And it's likely that to connect with this thing within yourself, that you're really going to have to deepen your connection with it somehow. And depending on what it is, it's going to look and feel different. So find the craving. Go within, seek the guidance, allow any walls or concerns about anything that creates resistance to it, allow those to fall down, and dig into it. Okay. Connect with it. Try to bring it to life. And then doing this is going to create something beautiful. And because this was not a linear reading, and because it's feels related to Jupiter and Gemini, and Jupiter and Gemini is going to be very active as far as like communication and writing and, you know, our conversations and interactions with others. You may find that it's very cyclical. It's very like something might get really big and magnified and then get really tiny and small. And it goes through the cycle, and ride that. But like I said earlier, make sure you find ways to stay grounded and that everything you're doing is sustainable, because this beautiful thing within you can come to life, and it should. And in order to do that, you need to ride this cyclical process of things becoming expanded and then smaller, and expanded and then smaller in no particular order, to get to the beautiful thing at the end, whatever that may be. Oh, I love it. Thank you, guides. Tell me in the show notes. I'm sorry, not the show notes. Tell me in the comments below what comes up for you, and what are you working through, and what does this feel connected for you in your life? I would love to hear. And I, of course, am very excited to have you drop back into the studio next time. So thank you for joining me today, and I will talk to you later. Happy new moon. Bye.